Ba-ding. Alright, and we're live with the latest episode of my Pokemon playthrough. So last time we left off, we just made it to the icy region for the, I think it's the 6th gym. So let's do that. Oh, he's already waiting for me. Hello.
Hi.
Already waiting in the wings, I see. How you doing, Leo?
Very much.
Oh.
I was tempted to go on while it was saying we'll be right back. But I was against it.
I don't bother. I don't join the chat just in case. Reasons like that. We're a little earlier than usual today because I got stuff to do this afternoon. Hi, Metal Shadow. How you doing? So. So we're up to, I think it's the Rock Gym for Pokemon Sword. Although I'm sure I'll probably see both of them. So let's go and have a look. I've got the webcam back on today. So feeling a lot better this week than I was last week, which is good. Good. And it's getting less cold where I am. Unlike this place that is currently snowing really badly. Which is weird because the UK doesn't get much snow. We just get a lot of rain, but I guess they had that. You do, all the way up in Scotland, but there's a DLC for that. This is...
Yeah, it's true. Although granted, we actually haven't had snow this year, believe it or not. It's only the Highlands that's had snow.
Global warming. Oh, a snowball.
It's... The temperature where I am is actually 7 degrees. Holy shit. Global warming is a thing, guys.
Oh. Is this Bath?
Yeah, this is Bath. This was the Bath city I was telling you about.
Ah, I see. It makes a lot of sense now. That's sweet. I can teach my Apple how to drop meteorites on people. Let's do this. Dragon Breath or Dragon Pulse? Dragon Pulse is obviously the stronger one. I'm gonna get rid of Dragon Breath. Go for pure strength.
Yeah, remove Dragon Breath.
Yeah.
It's more powerful and there's no accuracy.
So, Draco Media, the strongest dragon type move. Is that a Persian engraved on the wall? Doesn't look like it. So, despite being a Roman history major, I've never actually been to Bath, which seems like it's counterintuitive.
I've never been to London, believe it or not.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Have you been to Manchester?
I've been to Liverpool.
Oh, okay.
And Blackpool.
TM. Blackpool's nice. I like Blackpool. It's like an old seasidey town.
And there's another place I've been to. Hold on. I'm just googling where the general location is.
Oh, what's this? Some cafe. What the heck is this, like, burger
I've
joint?
also been to the Midlands. Like, deep in the Midlands, because I was at Alton Towers.
Why is this, like, burger joint, this kebab place, got, like, this legendary tapestry that is definitely just taken from, like, a museum? Bob's your uncle. Oh, God.
Maybe there's something in Bath this is referencing.
Maybe.
This place does remind me of, like, there's a specific burger joint in England. I can't remember what it was called.
Well, Bob's your uncle is definitely a very British saying.
It is a British saying, but, like, I'm trying to think of, like, there was this restaurant that's all over England that isn't up here. that reminds me of. Can't remember what it's called.
Man, I haven't changed my clothes at all since like I got to the Manchester equivalent here. Let's change that. Let's.
It's not Little Chef because that's the pancake place.
Thank you. Like that one? Yeah, I'll wear that.
It is. Oh yeah, it's Wimpy. That's what it reminded me.
Oh, Wimpy. God, I don't like Wimpy.
Yeah. Neither do I.
It's not a great burger place. I can get one of those proper snow hats.
If they do, I've never seen one.
You're not missing out.
No, I've been.
No, okay then. No, I'd rather have like a Wendy's or something. They're actually really nice.
I didn't have a Wendy's when I was in America. I missed out.
I've only ever had them in Japan. There's a few Wendy's they got. It seems to be growing out there. All right.
I had a McDonald's which didn't taste as artificial as I thought it was gonna.
Hops here. Is he beating me to the punch? Oh, he lost. Oh no. I got Gordie's league card.
Surprised, really.
Per hop. It's the first time. Is this the first time he's lost to a gym leader? I guess he's got a fire type, so that's not very good. Useful against a rock type gym leader. It's the ball guy. Moonball. Can I catch a Pokemon that evolved by using a Moonstone? That is very specific. There are very few Pokemon that do that.
This game like really went ham on like specific evolution methods.
Yeah, specific evolution methods, specific catching methods.
Yeah, as well.
Okay, this guy's a rock.
Did you know what? Are you aware of what they did with the teapot Pokemon?
I know it's got like most of them are counterfeit, and on the very rare occasion you can find one that's not counterfeit, and it's super rare, but it's like actually worse. Which is just silly.
Like I just think it's so unfortunate for the people who like get like the authentic one.
Yeah.
To get this, like you have to buy the specific teapot that goes with it.
The trap detector up ahead. There's I have a trap detector. Is that been an established thing? Have I just forgot this?
I think you get given one for this thing specifically.
Okay. Rock gym. So I haven't met this gym leader yet, interestingly enough. I feel like most of the gym leaders I at least met before I started their gym.
You've seen them before. Like you see him in the...
I saw him in the gym leader lineup right at the beginning.
Yeah.
But like at least I remember with Nessa, the grass gym leader, obviously the fairy gym leader. God, I can't remember any of their names. I remember Bay, and I remember Nessa. And that's it.
The grass one's Milo.
Milo, that's it. Yeah, Cab. Actually, I remember Cabu. Yeah. So.
And my favorite one's Opal.
Yeah, Opal. That's it. So they're just putting kids in like a minefield, and they're like, "Yeah, try and not get blown up. It's fine." Oh wow, she looks very like, yeah, who cares? Just gonna shrug that off. Very chill, this one.
I mean, these gimmicks are cool, but like if someone ever breaks their Joy-Con like HD Rumble,
you can't use it.
They're not gonna know what to do with it. Yeah, pretty much.
There seems to be like some kind of visual effect to sort of tell. So I don't think it's too bad.
Fair enough.
Yeah, get rid of Bulbasaur. So I was talking about this yesterday with my friend because I'm playing through Dragon Quest 11 in my own time. And I'm nearly done. But in that game, I tend to use quite a lot of stat boosts and stuff. Like a really good strategy of mine involves having one really OP fighter and then having 2 support characters to buff him up, and then using the hero as a sort of jack of all trades. Yeah, in Pokemon, like, I almost never use the buff moves. It's almost always faster to just attack.
I've still to do the post game.
For this, or for Dragon
I've done
Quest?
The main game. Yeah. I can't remember how far I got into the post game. I think I was like all set outside of like leveling up, because I had gotten like the best equipment.
So,
outside of like the stuff you get from one of the side missions.
So for post game, is it the actual post game or the like Act 3? Which one is it?
Act 3 is the post game.
Yeah, but there's also post game after that, but it's also just side stuff.
Not. There's the Act 3 is the post game. There isn't like a post game, if that makes sense.
Is there not? Because there is like you can still do side stuff and do all the stuff. Maybe there's nothing new then post game, but like it doesn't feel like it's It doesn't feel like it's a post game. It feels like the story continues.
Yeah, fair enough.
And I'm not quite sure. I've got to make a sort of judgment call on it because I'm really not sure how I feel about this post game stuff. Like,
there's also outside of that. There's the traveling through time to the different Dragon Quest worlds. But
yeah,
I don't really count that as a post game, since you can do that in the main game.
Yeah, you can do it pretty early on. Yeah, no, I'm doing that. I'll do that afterwards because there are some of them you can't do until you've done the post game. Which is another reason why I don't feel like it's a post game. Really, it's like, oh fuck off. Whoops, shouldn't swear.
It's alright.
I know. It's like it's one of the reasons why I don't think it feels like a post game. Because there's only certain stuff that you can do after you've done it to continue the story. Like all of the Tokkul, half of the Tokkul stuff is like locked behind it because you need to get the ultimate key to be able to then get behind all them grey doors.
I don't know if I've got the ultimate key yet. I've got one of the keys, but I think it's
the magic key.
Yeah,
you get that during the story, and then the ultimate key you get for for beating the game, which is a typical Dragon Quest thing. But like,
right.
It's you have to beat the post game to get it, not the main game. And the ending to the main game doesn't really feel like an ending. Maybe it's just me, but it feels like it goes by way too quickly. And I didn't think the last boss was that difficult. But I'm enjoying my time. I'm enjoying my time with it. I'm curious how long the post game is and. Leo?
I think the last thing I did in this game was getting married, and that was like.
Oh, I haven't done that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So.
Oh, I got to. You can marry everyone else, though. So if you want to prefer one of the other main party members.
Wait, can you marry any of the party members?
Well, for some of them, it's framed as instead of getting married.
Yeah, because I'm going to say...
For Gemma, Serena, and Jade, it's framed explicitly as getting married.
Okay.
Eric, it's framed as living as this, and the same with all the other male characters, and
can't marry
Brad
Sylvando.
And Veronica for reasons that are obvious.
Yeah. But like, oh, you can't marry. They should have at least let you marry Sylvando.
They do. Well, it's living with.
Yeah, but like, I don't know who I'd marry. See, because Gemma seems like the obvious pick, being the childhood friend, clearly likes you. You got the most chemistry with her. But then, Jade. See, as much as I think Jade's the best looking of the three, she definitely feels like the big sister, and it definitely would be strange because of that. And then you got See, my problem with Sharina is it's a post-game problem. She gets a lot of cool character development, and I really liked what she becomes at the end of Act 2. And then it kind of, at least at the moment in Act 3, it kind of feels like it's all just been undone.
Yeah, like... and in the original version, they only get left. So, yeah, I think they want you to pick her, and every other option's just...
Sorry, you cut out a bit there. What did you say? The original version.
Oh, the original version only let you marry Gemma, so the other options are basically just there.
Oh, okay. Just in case you wanted to go with someone else.
Yeah, the game wants you to pick.
Right.
In fact, I looked at all the wedding pictures.
Do it.
She's the only one who...
Sorry, just because I haven't actually got that far yet, so I'll see it myself first, and then I'll come talk to you about it.
Right. Okay, sorry.
Nah, that's all right.
I was trying to be careful too.
Nah, because I already knew that they got married because when I beat the Act 2, I was like, so is Act 3 actually the story continuing, or is it extra content? Because
it's both. It's more story and extra content.
Well, that's what I looked up, but I found out that you get married in it, so I was like, okay, so clearly this is the end of the game then, so I've got to do some other stuff first.
Well...
Oh my god, I'm getting bamboozled here.
Well, you can do more stuff after you get married. That's all I'm gonna say.
No, okay.
It's just that I think that was when I decided to put it on.
That's when you'd had your ending.
Yeah. I've still got to deal with the final boss, the ultra evil that was set up.
Kalasmos or whatever.
I'm not going to say his name because I don't want to spoil anyone else, the 4 people who are watching this.
How is the quality of the stream, by the way?
It's okay. It's alright. 720p.
That's fine. Pokemon's in 720p. As long as it's not like lag, the music's not lagging and the visuals aren't lagging. Oh wow. Okay, this is a good use of Joy-Cons then. Nope.
I've been playing Devil May Cry.
Which one?
At the the first one. At the recommendation of Ozzy.
Shadow Link.
No, Ozzy.
Ozzy.
Shadow Link much.
I like the first Devil May Cry. I don't have as much connection with it as I do some of the later ones, but it's a good game.
I thought it was I thought the combat was a bit clunky at first, but I was able to get the hang of it. It's just because of the passage of time. Because I've played the Bayonetta games and they are much more.
Yeah. Oh fluid. Yeah. Like it's an early.
All your history.
Yeah, it's an early bird action game, that one. Oh shit. But no, I mean, funnily enough, my history of Devil May Cry is that my friend owned the first one, so that was the one I played first. But I really enjoyed it, so I bought the second one. And so the second one was my first actual Devil May Cry that I own. And I didn't enjoy that one so much.
Yeah, I've not heard particularly good things about that one.
Yeah.
Because apparently all the combat is just shooting people.
Yeah, pretty much. Like.
Alright.
But the problem was, because I didn't enjoy that one, I wasn't motivated to pick up number 3 when it first came out. So I completely skipped that one, yeah, and it's supposedly the best one.
Well.
But then my friend
Five's never the best one. This is the backline. 3 was the best one.
But like, people loved 3. My friend loved 3, and it convinced me to pick up 4. And I thought 4 was okay, like much better than 2. So
4, I think the consensus is that 4 is good, but it's unfinished.
Yeah, like once you've done half the game, you're basically doing the whole game again in reverse, just as Dante, which just does feel like padding.
Mm-hmm.
And I eventually got Devil May Cry 5, but I haven't picked it. I haven't beaten it yet.
baby steps. I'll get to 5 eventually. I'm actually like being pulled in multiple different directions with games. Like hold on, I'm just gonna turn on my Switch in 1 second. I'm gonna see what I'm going through.
Yeah, see, I'm trying to pace myself. I haven't started. There's a lot of stuff I need to start, and I'm just not going to until I've beaten Dragon Quest 11. Stuff like Shovel Knight King of Cards and Bloodstained. Ah, no. Confident Stride. Gotta take like baby steps around here. It's all sort of tile based. It's like one of them Zelda puzzles where you gotta push the block. Aha, nice. Yeah, Dragon Quest 11 is a meaty game. But I got it like last September, and it was the last game I had to play through after Astral Chain and oh, what else did I get? God. Oh God, what did I get? I can't remember now. Oh, Link's Awakening. I played through them two first. Now I'm doing Dragon Quest. I got to stop playing like 100-hour RPGs, or the people got to stop making 100-hour RPGs because I don't have time for this anymore. Like. I got to play Tokyo Mirage Sessions again, but it's a bit low on my priority list. It's again, and I don't really want to play any other RPG until Xenoblade Chronicles Remake comes out. Obviously, I'm playing Pokemon. That's an RPG, and I'm doing that on stream for you guys. Otherwise, I might have actually beaten it by now.
I've just had to look for my Switch, and it's obviously at my other house. So
Rip.
I'm gonna have to look later. But from what I can remember, I'm playing through Crash 2 a second time on the Insane Trilogy. I'm playing for Devil May Cry. I'm doing King of Cards, Shovel Knight. I'm still playing Smash Ultimate Daily just to keep my skill level up. I'm playing. I've started. I've restarted A Link to the Past, I should say. I keep going to that game with the intention of beating it, and then I'll get sidetracked to something else. I think there's other things that I'm sidetracked with as well. Oh yeah, I'm wanting to do like a catch-em-all run of all the Pokemon games.
Oh wow, so that's gonna take a while.
Yeah, it's gonna take a while. So basically the plan is I'll do Fire Red first, get all the counter ones, and then I'll go into the next game and then transfer everything over, and that'll just Sword and Shield.
Is there any way that's...
a long time.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, is there any way that stops that? Like is there any game where no, you can't transfer this anymore?
Everything I'll be able to. It's the only things that can't be transferred are the original versions of Red and Blue and Gold and Silver.
Yeah. Okay. So are you gonna transfer it from the DS to then? Can you do it from Heart Gold to Ruby and Sapphire? Or are you gonna do it to Auras?
I think I have X and Y and Sun and Moon still. I just need to get a new 3DS.
Okay. Well, I'm just thinking of transferring it, because you can transfer from Fire Red and Leaf Green to Heart Gold, Soul Silver, but then can you transfer from Heart Gold, Soul Silver to Auras? And then can you transfer back from Auras to Diamond and Pearl?
It's through Bank, and you can't transfer it back.
No, right, okay.
So you have to like put them all in Bank first.
Oh no, Wiggler! Fuck, Jesus! What level is this guy?
I've watched some I've watched some other guy do catch-em-all runs, like it's a stressful process.
Yeah, I can imagine. I'm gonna do my best on this one post-game. Use as much of the Wonder Trade and stuff as possible. Oh, this guy is annoying.
Like Gen 4 went ham. Like, you know how this game has all these like weird random catching elements?
Yeah.
Diamond and Pearl was like the first game to like get really annoying with it.
Yeah, it's got really annoying evolution methods. with
Yeah, and
take
there's
X
also
to
things
certain
like
spot.
getting Feebas. Like you have to go. It's only in one area of the game, and it's like a 1% catch rate or something, and it's only like in one tile.
Yeah, it's
The tile
that's
changes each day.
Ruby and Sapphire, and they apparently made that easier in Oraz. It's not nearly as annoying, but you still have to evolve it by having its beauty level like at max, and then doing a lot of other nonsense.
And then you have the tree munchlax. So basically, what you do is you would slaver honey on a tree, and there was like a chance, because like apparently each tree the munchlax appears at is different for each game.
Oh really?
So
Oh
like,
god.
Yeah, so you have to slaver each tree with honey, and then you have to like try and figure out what trees the munchlax shows up at, and then there's like a certain chance of a munchlax actually going to that tree to get the honey.
Jesus. Can you not just get a munchlax from an egg? Wouldn't that be the easiest?
Yeah, it's much easier to breed. It's just like getting a tree munchlax, which I think are like higher stats or something.
Jeez, that's weird. Breeding should ideally give you the best results. Come on, Flapple. I trust in you. Beat down. Beat this Shuckle down. Gym leader with a Shuckle is pretty interesting. Have we had that before? I don't think we've had that before. Oh, his defense rises every time he's attacked. That's obnoxious.
Yeah, I think Shuckle still is like the best defense mon in the game comparatively. I think.
Okay.
Not 100% sure. He's definitely up there.
Yeah, get wrecked, Shuckle. Stonejourner. Okay, that seems like a new one, so let's swap out.
Yeah, it is a new one.
This is where...
I'm not sure if you've seen this.
Yeah, well, let's have a look then. Go Ashy.
You might be able to guess why it's based on the name.
Oh, I wonder what it's based on. Stealth Rock. Surprised this isn't like his ultimate Pokemon. It feels like it should be. Unfortunately for this guy, I have Brick Break. I finally got Ashley a rock fighting type move.
Right. Cool. I can't remember what his ultimate mon is.
Yeah. Get wrecked, son.
Oh wait, I know what it is. You've seen it before.
Have I? Okay. Oh, Colossal. Right. No, I'll keep my current Pokemon. Yeah, this thing. Leaks are fireproof, right?
I'm not sure. I don't eat leaks. And even if I did eat leaks, I wouldn't set fire to one.
Let's go Dynamax Surfetched. Wow. Oh, he's going to Gigantamax, of course. Jesus, it looks like a mountain range.
Pretty much. It's like a Godzilla.
Yeah. Okay. Fist from the sky! Get wrecked, boy! Oh, it's funny, it's because of the size, his Surfetch just looks so much bigger. Like he's a big boy. Yeah. Oh, what's this do? Sunlight. Ah, no. Well, he's doomed. Yeah. Yeah. So I got a ton of games on the backlog, but the only ones I'm really playing right now are this for stream, Dragon Quest 11, and then Smash whenever they add something new to it. So like they added the Spirit, so I was playing it the other day. Oh, I'm also playing a game called. I'm playing a game called D4, which is made by Swery, who did Deadly Premonition. It was like a Connect game that was meant to be episodic, but really underperformed, and so there's only one episode of it. It's bizarre. It's really strange. But it's been quite fun.
I didn't bother with the Connect. I remember like a friend who was like an Xbox fanboy who was like trying to convince me that this was gonna kill the Wii. and it just didn't pan out. The Wii ended up dying on its own.
Yeah. Yes, nice. I beat him.
Those Connect and PlayStation Move things, like they came after their time.
Yeah, they were a bit too late to the market.
Very much.
Yeah, vegetables are fireproof.
But yeah, I've got some of the City Spirits. I'm glad I put River City on the shortlist that I made.
Oh yeah, you still need to show me that.
Oh yeah. I can confirm with because I've posted it somewhere else, so I'll be able to show you the date that it was posted, and it was before the River City.
River City Spirits got on. They're the most random one because they're not even from a company who's in Smash already.
Well, maybe later. Maybe we'll get Soul.
Soul bad guy.
Yeah, Soul or maybe Ragnar.
I feel like I don't know. I feel like the only reason it was chosen was because it's one of them classic NES games, River City.
Yeah.
That has a surprising amount of history behind it. But it's stuff like River City that kind of makes me wish that we'd gotten spirits for Mii costumes and Mii costume series.
Yeah.
Because I like the Goemon Mii costume. I'm glad it's in the game. But I'd have liked Goemon spirits as well, and I feel like it would have definitely happened if it wasn't for the Mii costume. And then we could have got Goemon, Impact, Ebisumaru, Mai, and Sasuke. Spirits for all.
I've never played a Goemon game.
Fair enough. The Nintendo 64 one is my favourite. It's just really
I
fun.
might try it one day. I actually got the Mii costume just because I like the Mii costumes. I wish Kunio was a Mii costume.
Who? Kunio-kun?
Yeah, I wish he was a Mii costume. I've got him I've got his spirit. He's just called Kunio over here.
Yeah, no. The series in Japan is called Kunio-kun instead of River City.
Right.
But
Right.
yeah, no. I get what you mean. Yeah, I get what you mean. Although I think he just kind of wears a school uniform. So.
What they did, I mean, you do fight against a mere brawler. What they did do does sort of look like him. It's just that I wish he had like his clothes on.
Yeah, I mean, I get where you're coming from. I feel like it's one of those ones where his costume is so plain that that it doesn't
it's
really.
It's like we haven't got an urban champion costume.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's the reason we haven't got an urban champion costume. It's definitely the reason. Okay, let's get a haircut. Although I'm wearing a hat, so it doesn't quite. I need a haircut in real life, actually.
I had a haircut a week back.
Guess I'll do medium and wavy this time. So yeah, the problem with the hats is it's the problem I had on this like second stream or the first stream, or whatever, when I first changed my hair, and I made it look more like my hair in real life. But then when I put the hat on, you couldn't see it. Oh, I can't wear my hat when I've got this look. Oh no. I've chosen a haircut where I can't wear hats. I should have just gone with my regular hair then. Rip me. Let's go into random houses, see if there's anything to do. Thanks, kid. Alright, time to go to Bob's your uncle.
I'm actually just making it put in the list onto a Microsoft Paint document.
Why a paint document?
Yeah, I'm basically taking everything I put on the text and I'm just pasting it, putting it all together in this Microsoft Paint.
Yeah, but why Microsoft Paint is what I'm asking.
It's just because it's easy. It's the easiest way for me. If I copy and paste it, it wouldn't be hard to prove that. Like I'm basically wanting to prove that I said what I said when I said it.
Absolutely
And
fantastic.
A copy-paste wouldn't be able to do that.
This fucking stupid joke. Where are the sword and shield? Some kind of seal? Like a seal? It looks like the Pokemon died. They look like gravestones behind. Don't you?
Oh dear. This list. When you see this list, you're gonna know why this is taking so long.
Just like real life lop. Yeah. I mean, a Shovel Knight Mii costume would work. Shovel Knight's already got at least spirit, so I'm fine with that.
If that happens, I'm wanting. If we get a Shovel Knight Mii costume, I'm hoping he comes to like Strike the Earth.
Yeah, yeah, he should come with music for that. There's so many now that we got music. I feel like a Steve Mii costume seems very likely to me.
I think he could be a character.
I think he could be a character, but I also think he's also primed to be one of those premium Mii costumes where it looks exactly like him because of just the proportions and everything.
Say against that, I mean, I'd agree with that. It's just that the thing people say against that is making him a Mii costume doesn't accurately reflect how he moves in his home game.
Yeah, that is an issue. But then, I mean, you could say the same thing about the others as well, I suppose.
Sure.
The only issue with Minecraft Premium stuff is what song would you have? I guess you just wouldn't bring him with a song that in this particular time.
Since Minecraft's like super big, they could make the deluxe thing a stage and just give it every other. Just give it all the other games. Oh, hey, Golden.
Yeah, Golden.
Hey, gamers.
Hey, I beat Gordie. I'm 6 gyms down now. Oh, he really wants to fight me now? Okay, well, let's go.
I've been playing the new Walking Dead VR game.
Oh yeah? How is it?
Saints and Sinners. It's really funny how when they first announced it, I was like, is this gonna be a Zombie U clone, but in VR? And like, I even though I played the demo of it at New York Comic Con, I wasn't getting that vibe. However, it is totally that. It's totally
Zombie U in VR.
Which is like fine though, because Zombie U I think actually had like a really interesting gameplay loop.
Yeah, I liked Zombie U. I just kind of got bored of it eventually.
It is a game with like no polish. Zombie U has like just like nothing. It was very obviously like rushed together in like half a year.
I agree with that.
Yeah, agreed.
I got Zombie U as one of my launch Switch games just so I had something to play.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Because the Switch had... I didn't like it all that much. I just had to play Batman and Tekken Tag 2 Wii U edition.
It actually makes sense, because if you go back and you watch all the old like Wii U E3 conferences, at E3 2011, like Ubisoft was still showing off the Alien game they were working on.
Yeah, the one that eventually became.
Yeah, it wasn't until E3 2012 when they finally announced Zombie U, and even then, all they had to show was not actual gameplay. It was like a CG trailer.
Yeah. And Reggie turning his face into a zombie.
Yeah. I like French food. Very epic, Reggie.
big gamer moment there. Now, yeah, I mean, Ubisoft tend to do that. They did it with Red Steel as well.
Yeah. They just like rushed it along.
What's Steel weak to again?
Wait, what?
Sorry, Pokemon. What's Steel types weak to? No.
Oh,
It's flying though as well, so I'll try Morpeko. Steel's the one I don't really know because apart from fire, I think it's weak to fire because metal melts.
yeah, I would think so.
And that's it. He's a flying type, so hopefully the electric.
The grass.
Okay, good. His flying type thing's not nullified because his rock thing's nullified by his steel. Oh, well, I was trying to remember what steel types are weak to.
Alright.
Because he threw Corviknight at me. But thankfully he's part flying type, which means electric attacks work really well. So he's getting the shit kicked out of him by a hamster.
One thing I actually didn't know about this Walking Dead game is it's apparently coming to PSVR. Like,
oh, neato.
Some later.
Get more people involved in it.
Every party VR game to just not show up on PSVR for now, because like I that base PS4 is gonna be screaming trying to run games like Half-Life Alyx.
Yeah, I won't run Half-Life Alyx and stuff like that for sure.
I think most developers might just wait until like the PS5 to start like bringing over more VR stuff again.
Yeah, I suppose that makes sense. They'll just have to make it PS5 games, pretty much.
Yeah. Unless it's something like Beat Saber or Audica, where it doesn't really...
I don't think I'd want to do Beat Saber unless I was doing it on PC anyway, because of customized songs and stuff.
It's actually the reason why I don't own Crypt of the Necrodancer on Switch, is because it's like I can't like use like the cool, like amazing functionality of being able to load in anything.
Oh, is that a thing on the PC, the Steam version? I didn't know that.
Yeah, it like the whole thing maps around games songs you can sideload.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I like the Crypt of the Necrodancer regular soundtrack, but that is pretty neato addition thing there. I mean, the thing that I always heard about with... Okay, I have not seen this Pokemon. Pinkachurn? It's like an urchin Pokemon.
Ooh.
This is new. Is it poison type?
It's part electric.
Is it? Wait, what?
Yeah.
Doesn't look like it's part electric, except for the yellow parts, I suppose. Is it like a electric water, electric poison?
I'm positive it's electric poison.
Well, okay. We've had one of them already with toxicity. Good thing I'm grass dragon, so it doesn't do anything.
I think.
Think what? Oh, fly! I can learn fly. Neat.
You'll see in a sec.
Should I get rid of acrobatics for fly, or should I keep acrobatics? Acrobatics technically does less damage, but it also does.
Answer for this stuff. Like, I'd like to give you an answer for this stuff. It's just that I'm not super big into competitive Pokemon. I just look at the accuracy and the strength of the attack and see what's.
Yeah, well, no, and I mean, let me like describe that. So fly does like 90 damage and has 95 accuracy, but it obviously takes 2 turns to pull off because it's flying up in the sky and then coming back down. Acrobatics does 1 turn. It only has 55 power but 100 accuracy. However, if the user's not holding an item, the attack does more damage.
Right. Okay, I'd take fly.
You'd take fly.
Take fly just because. Yeah,
Because with acrobatic, like the chances of a Pokemon holding an item, what is that? But alright, let's get rid of acrobatics. Trusting you on this for no reason other than you said that's what you do.
Sorry.
Right.
Anyway, I've made the list, so I am going to post this into. Well, when I say I've made the list, I've gotten it all put into where I'm it, so
Right,
I'm just
okay.
gonna piss. Right.
Yeah, sure. Steal this win back. I've got all my Pokemon still. And you've got Snorlax. Who's weaker than my duck.
Right, it's the...
Okay, I gotta find my... where my mouse is. Oh man, Ashy, you got crushed by Snorlax. Ah, the little bum. Still, it might not be enough. Yeah, it wasn't enough. He's still dead. Oh my god, Leo. Can't read.
No, I'll click on it. It's,
yeah, I know. I'm
you'll
clicking
be able
on it.
to-
It's
yeah,
yeah, basically a lot of possibilities is an understatement there.
yeah.
Jesus.
A lot of that is just like dreams. Like I don't think we're gonna get but I want Buggy D, so I'll just put.
Yeah, I'm gonna say put Porky Minch in as a long shot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Waden, I really don't want it to be Waden. I just don't want. Not that I've got anything against Dragon Quest. No, not Dragon Quest. Dragalia Lost. But it's just another. It's another medieval swordsman. And even the turning into a dragon part is taken by Corrin, so.
They may just have like in dragon form at all time.
But I don't know if that's him. Then really, it'd be the dragon you'd go for instead. Unless like he actively transforms into the dragon, then you run around as the dragon, I suppose.
You give him like a spiral, and then they could say thousand again.
First play options if we get promotions. Yeah, makes sense. I don't think you need. Why Elma in the first party options if we get promotions? I don't think Elma, unless you mean because she's a spirit. Is that it?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Oh my god, that's a lot of fucking characters.
Yeah,
Holy shit.
yeah, I know. That's what I was saying.
Oh my.
But there's no Segata Sanshiro under the Sega banner. Can't take it seriously anymore, Lee, I'm afraid.
I mean, I put Gex in it.
Gotta have. Damn straight!
Okay.
It's back.
I don't know if I believe Blazkowicz being a long shot compared to Doom Boy. I always assumed he has like a similar, if not 5% difference in chance.
It's just
So-
because Blazkowicz is tied to a game that has a lot of like Nazi references.
Yeah, but they can always just easily replace the word Nazi with literally anything else.
But Corlin, if Doomguy has 5% and Blazkowicz has a 5% difference, doesn't that mean he has 0%?
No, it's 5% relative.
I mean, Doom Guy's dead anyway.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, you can't kill off Doomguy like that. It's mean.
Don't,
He's already been to
like
hell
how-
enough.
I like how I finally give in to all these people who are like, yeah, Doomguy's in, you're such a stupid idiot, haha, and then they're like, so I make like my what if wish list, and people are like, yeah, good try, buddy, but we all know he's deconfirmed. And I'm like, that's not the point. What the fuck? Like, you can't win with these people. These angry 12-year-olds on the internet who.
I'm gonna be honest. A lot of people who are like really hoping for Doom Guy have probably never played a Doom game.
I think
It's
that's
so
the same for so many.
It's so weird when because I've never read the comments on any of the all contents because I have like no involvement in them.
Mm-hmm.
But for this one, of course, like I can't look away, and it's just so weird when people comment things like, "No, I don't think he has a chance," and I'm like, "That's beside the point."
Yeah, that's not really the point of the series, but
Yeah.
It's basically a hypothetical.
Yeah. If you want my opinions on whether or not they're getting in, like, check rate that character.
yeah. Hey, it's an octillery.
I
Need
think
to.
maybe an idea would be to make a video just explaining the difference between like a hypothetical and like how likely something is.
I don't think it matters though, because usually those comments are also swept away by like 5 people doing like, please do all content Goku. So like, it's,
When are we getting an all content on These or Other?
Oh.
no.
Soon, when when enough Patreon money comes in from him.
That's like a good April Fool's episode to do right there.
Yeah.
Though I think Matt's gonna take care of April Fool's this year. So.
No, I need to check. I know he's mentioned what he was gonna do. I think so. I need to check with him, just to make sure we got on the same page. Because I had a good idea for April Fools as well, that I'll keep for now.
I had the same idea, but again, so don't give me that power.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'll do for. I mean, my April Fool's thing will just be like a prank on like real friends. How I see in real life. And I might like do some shit posting here and there, but I shit post a lot anyway.
The only thing I'm upsetty spaghetti about that all content video is I recorded me doing some sick rocket jumps in Doom 3's multiplayer, and Matt just didn't see the footage.
Oh.
So just reused the footage of me using the rocket launcher in Doom 2016. And I was like, no, I did some sick flips.
Six skill
It doesn't matter
flips.
though, because everyone then started screaming at me, being like, "Why didn't you use the grappling hook from Doom Eternal?" And I don't know, I just feel really uncomfortable using. One, I just feel uncomfortable using mechanics from a game that's literally not even out yet. And
I think it might have been modded in.
I was trying to use stuff that represents like the series as a whole.
Though I still think I still think my idea with the grappling hook neutral special that pulls them in and then shotguns them, like you can do in Doom Eternal, is a really fun idea. Oh no, I don't want it to go
There
wrong.
was like some people that were like, "Why don't you make his recovery the boot thrusters from 2016 that give him his double jump?" And I really wanted to be like, because all Smash characters have a double jump anyway.
Yeah.
There's like no point.
Yeah, you'd have to change it to something where it sort of just shoots him off like in a straight line.
Yeah, which is like boring. Why not a rocket jump? That's
Yeah.
what we needed.
Well, rocket jump's more interesting. It fires a shot down and projects you up, so it like hits on both sides, and the bottom one's a projectile, which makes it even more interesting.
Well, also the usually in shooters, like if you fire a rocket, it still kicks you back a bit. So
Yeah.
there's like a little bit of magic there. But yeah, you use rocket jumps. You can use you can use rocket jumps in every.
1 second, someone's up.
Okay. Yeah, I'm still Heather. So go on. Everyone's getting levels up. Oh, where is this square section? How could you? Gex is definitely happening, Leo. Can't take this wrong. Can't take this seriously anymore.
Can't do this. Can't continue.
Can't. Nope. List has been invalidated.
I mean, I guess by the logic of having a game out on Switch, like the Call of Juarez protagonist now has a chance.
Ah, sick. Let's get the main character from the Turing tap. Oh, not Turing tap,
Yeah.
the Turing
that
thing.
game that's $20 and 5 hours long. How could they? I don't get it. When did this start? When, like,
I know what's its price on other
I think it
platforms.
was always priced at $20.
Oh, okay, so it's just people
I mean,
complaining.
obviously now, like, you could compare it to like when it goes on sale for like $6 on Steam, or like
Yeah,
the fact that it's free on Game Pass. But I think its MSRP was always $20, which
Yeah.
for a game that's 5 hours long is like completely fine.
yeah.
I don't know. In 2007, I bought Portal for $20, and that game's like an hour and 20 minutes.
And a lot of people say it's one of the best games ever. So
Yeah, it's like the bestest thing ever made. And after you play it once, your second playthrough will be like 30 minutes. And you're just speedrunning the whole thing. But like, it's still like a perfect game.
think it's because we're in this age of like where games are like unnecessarily long that
Yeah,
people
that's my
start
problem.
associating them with value. Like I was doing this because I'm playing Dragon Quest at the moment, and I thought I was done with it, but it turns out there's a post game, which is not really a post game because it's the story just continues, and
So it's
they
like the solid chapter 2 thing that
What-
they did in Peace Walker and 5.
it's actually Act 3 because the game's split into 2 acts, and then they have a whole credits thing, and then the story, but they don't answer like all the questions. There's like this whole segment where there's stars falling from the sky, and you're like, oh shit, what's gonna happen? And then the main villain shows up and destroys it and just leaves, and everyone's like, well, at least the star's gone. And it's never explained what it is, why it was falling, anything like this. And the post game's dealing with that now, but it's like, okay, but is this needed? Like in my mind, I'm sitting there thinking, is any of the could they have very easily cut this out, reworded some explanations, and then not had this post game? Is this post game just here to add an extra 10 hours to the story where it was unneeded?
Yeah.
Because after Act 2, I had already played it for like 64 hours, and now I'm still going because of this post game.
It's it's one of those things where like, I mean, obviously like the MSRP, the like manufacturer suggested retail price, like of course that's always going to be like the most amount of money developers and publishers want for a product, and like it is totally in your right to think that it is like not worth it and to wait a bit for it to be on sale.
Yeah.
Like, because we do that all the time. But it is very weird when people are like, this game's 15 hours and $40? I don't know if it's worth it. It's like, what the fuck? Like, when did this, like, measurement come out? Like, when did, like, games that are long but not super long, like, all of a sudden, like, I don't know if I can justify that price tag. There was, like, one guy that was like, oh, is Astral Chain too much for $60 because it's, like, 30-something hours long?
The fucking hell, Jesus.
The comment being like, who are you people?
That's...
What games do you play? Like, what is this?
Yeah, that's silly. It's like... like 30 hours is like is a good amount of time for a game. Like that's how long games. That's how long AAA games should be, in my opinion.
Well, for an action game, that's still like.
I think people are too spoiled by the polar opposites.
Wait,
Because
what?
like I'm replying to what Jex is saying about how most AAA games should be at like around 30 hours. Like most gamers are now used to like the two opposites being like the standards. Like it's either one like less than 5 hours a single player or over 100 hours a single player, and there's no in between.
I mean, so there's two extremes. It's either too short or too long.
Well, I also think it's funny. I think like that conversation of people being like this game is too short leads to all these AAA developers who make their games way too long for the sake of making them way too long.
Yeah, padding out the runtime just to sort of quote unquote justify the price tag.
Yeah, because like one guy on the Reddit thread for Turing Test was like, yeah, $20 is too much for a 5-hour game. For $20 you can buy Stardew Valley, and I've gotten like hundreds of hours into it, and I'm like, yeah, but like how much of Stardew Valley's like of your playtime of Stardew Valley is like inflated because you're just sitting around waiting for things?
Yeah. Those are two very different games to compare.
Yeah.
One is like a life sim with no actual ending, and the other is a first-person puzzle game.
Also, I don't get it. What's the logic here that like the Turing test should be like $10 because it's short, but Stardew Valley should be like $100 because you can like reasonably get like hundreds of hours out of it? Like, what's that precedent?
Yeah.
That's like in a really weird world where like Resident Evil 2 remake would be like $8, but The Witcher 2 The Witcher 3 would be like $200.
One is to do what Spilled Paint said and charge $1 per hour of game time.
Yeah, that's the thing, is that people actually use that metric, and it makes no sense to me.
Right, so are you saying we need to be getting like some MMOs which just like cost like tens of thousands of pounds to play?
Yeah, like every time you've done an hour in an MMO, you got to put another pound in the machine at the side of your computer. and it will
Yeah, I mean,
digitally
even with
transfer
that
over to.
logic, like every game is a ripoff because like you can just get Warframe, which is like 1,000 million hours of playtime and it's free.
Yeah. Just make
It's
games
the
free
ultimate
now.
video game at that point. I don't.
Oh.
It's just an argument I do not understand. And I know like the counter argument, like, oh, would you be okay with the AAA developer selling a game that's like 2 hours long for $60? And the answer is no, because no one would ever do that.
Yeah.
Like, because that's just such like an exaggerated, like ridiculous thing to happen. Though now that I've said it, here we go. Because I don't know, like Resident Evil 2 remake, I think like really. I mean, like people think that game's the game of the year, and that shipped with like what, a 4-hour campaign because the original game did. Like,
I'm glad it's that short because that means I can actually beat it.
well, there's 2 campaigns.
Yeah, but
4 hours.
8 hours. 8 hours is nothing compared to the 70 hours I've been putting into Dragon Quest.
Yeah, but the reason why it's $60 is because it's also like the most beautiful fucking video game ever created, and the presentation is fantastic, which I think is the bigger step here. It's also the reason why I had no problems paying $50 for Portal 2 at launch, because like.
You know you're gonna
that
have
game
fun
is,
with
like,
it.
6 hours. It's like the best 6 hours ever.
Yeah, it's just non-stop fun. I like Portal 2. I paid for the full price for that.
Yeah.
That's just the
I got Portal 2 like a year or 2 after it came out because I didn't have an Xbox at the time.
Nah.
I mean,
That was fun.
The same thing with basically every Call of Duty game, because every Call of Duty game is like what, a multiplayer component, like a 5-hour campaign.
They used to be longer, the campaigns.
Not necessarily.
And they
Depends
felt
on your
longer.
skill. Like, if you're not
Yeah,
all that good at it, I think the campaigns can take like 20 hours, but if you're really good at it, it could take like less than a day.
I mean, I know some of the really early ones, 10, 12-hour campaigns, but they also like have a lot of filler. They also have a lot of waiting around. I think the COD 4 campaign is like 7 hours, and like every game after is just that.
So Arya asked, how's the frame rate feel for this game? Because they've heard negative things. I think it's fine. I've never been massive on the frame rate. As long as it's stable, that's good for me. There are definitely some sections early on in like cutscenes where it's clearly like chugged a little bit. I think that's what it is. I think early game, there's a few scenes that have just made people think negatively, and then they stop playing and then don't realize that it basically is only for that beginning part.
Well, it doesn't help. You had like people who were like streaming the game like a week early, and they would intentionally let go of the controller during certain sequences to make it look like the game froze.
Yeah. God, I remember that.
That was so fucking dumb.
That was so bad. Like, people were complaining about the performance issues of one stream, and then it turned out the guy had like used loads of cheats so that he could breeze through the game, and it was all the extra cheats and stuff were causing the game to break apart. Such a
Really
shady
funny 'cause,
practice for it. It's
my
awful.
sister was visiting over the weekend, and she's like, "Man, this Pokemon game looks really good," and I'm like, "The internet disagrees."
I think it's been really good so far, to be honest. Like,
Yeah.
I've had a ton of fun.
Once all the DLC's out.
So the end of next year.
Long game to go through.
It's really weird, like, talking to someone playing a video game who's not within the video game circle and have to tell them, like, did you know the entire internet just doesn't agree? Like, you think the graphics are good, get a load of this cherry-picked, zoomed-in texture of a tree.
I think
Texture of a tree from
I think they actually changed the tree texture in a patch.
They actually did, yeah. They changed the tree texture. It's better now. But like, it's such an unnecessary nonsense.
It was absolutely done to fuck with the people online.
Yeah.
Really need something to complain about.
See, my problem is like you always get them people who come out being like, oh yeah, I've improved it, I modded in a much better texture, it was easy, and the texture always looks like terrible.
It's always like some image.
Yeah.
It's always like a photo.
Like a photorealistic tree texture that doesn't fit with the style of the game at all.
It's like those, oh god, what was it? There was something recently where,
That's a good opinion to
it's
have,
like those Star
Spilled
Wars
Paints.
fans that share that fucking video of, like, those two guys who redid, like, the Obi-Wan Vader fight, except with, like, Star Wars prequel choreography. It's, like, overly, like, action-filled and completely misses the fucking point of the scene. And everyone's like, oh, this is so much better. It's like, shut up.
I mean, like, they're old men, like, you can't be expecting them to be
Yeah.
doing that.
God. Or whenever anyone, like, interpolates, like, an animated cartoon to, like, 60 FPS. And it just looks really disgustingly smooth.
Mm-hmm. I think this game is good. I think this is. I'm having much more fun with this game than I did with Sun and Moon and X and Y. Might be because maybe I've paced myself a bit better, but it might also be biased because of the region, because I'm obviously from Britain. But I've enjoyed it so much. I've liked the Pokemon on my team. There are some right nonsense in Pokemon evolution and all that, but at least it's different. It all depends on the story, because I've had this conversation, I feel like, every time I play this game. But, like, I don't mind the fact that you're not forced into the main villains campaign, because it literally makes no sense for you to be a part of this. Like, all past Pokemon games where it's like, suddenly your goal is to become champion and beat all the gyms, but for some reason you're now fighting this galactic terrorist who's trying to reshape the world in his image. And it's just like, why am I doing this again? I'm like a 14-year-old kid who's just kind of trying to travel the world and have fun. And then you beat them and no one really cares. They're like, oh, cheers, you beat him. Thanks for that.
I bought Sword and Shield. Like, I bought the double pack.
Oh, really?
Yeah, well, because the meme was that, like, hey, I'll give one of these games to my sister for Christmas. And I'll take the other. Like, bada bing. But I have not started it up yet because I've been like catching up on other stuff that I've had like pre-installed on my Switch. It's really funny. It's getting to the point where I'm playing through games just because I want to clear them off of my SD card.
Sure, yeah. Get them off your to-do list. So, yeah, I got a bigger SD card now, so I can actually. I
have a 512. I still have like 50 gigs left, and that's with like.
Jeez.
Like, that's like with like 15 games. Stuff. I need to bump up the numbers.
Also, this is a new Pokemon. I have not seen this. It's like a luchador octopus. And he's like really high level. Oh man.
Have you seen the pre-Evo?
No.
Like
I mean, maybe I have, but I don't know what it I don't know what it looks like.
You'll know what it is when you see it.
Okay.
But
See if I can catch it.
This is a cool one. I like this one. But
Yeah.
this isn't the one I was telling you about when I said there's another Pokemon here that you haven't seen that I think is really cool.
Okay, let's try and catch this. I want this. I don't know if I'll use Grap Blocked, although I don't have a water type, and I am quite liking the way this guy looks. But I gotta pick.
It's worth noting you have 2 fighting types in your team already.
Do I have 2 fighting types?
Yeah, you have Starfetch'd and Phalanx.
Oh, I only used him for the gym battle. He's out of my team now.
Ah, right, okay.
It's because Morpeko would have been useless, so I grabbed another fighting type. But my current team is Falco over here, who's steel and flying. Ashley, who's fighting type. Big B is electric dark. Ashley is psychic. Gex is water. Oh, so I do have a water type. What am I saying? My starter is a water type. And then Mimic Grass and Dragon, so... it's actually seemingly well balanced, but I might get rid of Corviknight. He's the only one, just because, not right now, but, like, eventually. Depends if I find a good enough Pokemon to swap him out for it.
Right now on my Switch, I'm trying to get get through Call of Juarez Gunslinger and LA Noir.
I need to re-get LA Noir. I really like that.
It's really cheap nowadays, and the Switch version is like tops. Like they did a pretty good job of it.
Yeah, I've beaten it before when it first came out, so I've killed
I'm
it.
gonna be honest, my dream for Rock.
Sorry, go on.
What?
I mean, this won't happen because they have absolutely no reason to do this. But I would like them to remake Grand Theft Auto 3, Vice City, and San Andreas.
See,
and
LA Noire is really funny because I remember like in like April 2017 or something, like LA Noire Complete Edition was rumored, and they were like, yeah, it's gonna be out on like PS4, Xbox One, and Switch. It'll get like 4K on PS4 Pro and Xbox One X. And I remember just being like, that sounds like bullshit. That doesn't sound real at all. And then like 3 months later, it was totally real. and I was just like, and like the reason why I didn't believe it is I mean, like, is of course, you know, like, why the fuck would Rockstar put LA Noire on the Switch if they haven't put anything else on a Nintendo console basically ever, outside of like some DS exclusive stuff?
Yeah, why
I
LA
was under the
Noire?
impression that like Rockstar and Nintendo were still on bad.
Yeah, you would think so, but no.
Yeah, I know you're right, Spill Paints.
I mean, I guess
Like, I'm not sure if anyone else knows the story, but
I mean, granted, I guess that's because that's 2K doing all that and not necessarily Rockstar.
Mm-hmm.
maybe.
So just to address comments in the chat, I actually think this game is one of the harder Pokemon games I've played. It seems to me that because of the way the experience share works, they can now balance the game properly because it's no longer optional. And that's made the game actively more difficult than the last, like, 3 games. Which is very welcome, in my opinion. I just wanted to address that because I was asked.
Curious. The reason why Nintendo and Rockstar haven't been on the best terms is because Rockstar used to be a Nintendo exclusive developer for a time, back in the Nintendo 64 days when they
Designs, baby.
Yeah.
They got treated kind of like shit, and they were
A game that was supposed to be like GTA 3 basically, but on the
64.
And it got really like downgraded.
Yeah, I remember reading up about that.
Yeah.
And then they got booted off the exclusivity program, or they left on their own accord. It was one of the two things. Then they made the Grand Theft Auto 3 and
always been shaky. They did bring Bully and like Manhunt 2 to the Wii.
Manhunt 2 is the most random Wii title they could have brought over. Like, what?
It's also on the PS2. It's so random, but like, I mean, it makes sense because to me, it's always been like, yeah, they're not gonna bring like GTA 4 to the Wii because like it wouldn't run it. Like it's just a big, chunky, unoptimized video game. But now I'm sitting here and I'm like, I'm really surprised they still haven't brought over like any of their mobile ports of their legacy games over to like. Not only the Switch, I'm surprised they never brought them over to the Vita, to be honest.
Vita is
Vita
exists for visual novels and Japanese RPGs.
Yeah,
Let's
but
be real.
You would think like take a week, port the Android version of San Andreas to the Vita, and that's like the easiest, you know, like $600,000.
I suppose that's true.
If we ever get like remakes of those 3 PS2 Grand Theft Auto games,
I would fucking love if they ported like even the crappy mobile version of like Max Payne 1 to the Switch. I'd be so on that because it's Max Payne 1. Game.
Just do like a Grand Theft Auto collection, so it's 3 Vice City, San Andreas, Liberty City stories, and Vice City stories all in one.
Did they ever bring the stories games to mobile? I have no idea.
Maybe.
I don't play a game.
I had Liberty City stories for PS2.
Yeah. But yeah, no, if like they have new versions of all these games they've had running on like the Amazon Fire TV stick for like years now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just, you know, put these kind of crappy version of the on Switch and boom, insta like free money.
You know what I was surprised never happened? San Andreas stories.
Well, that's because like San Andreas came out as the 360 was coming out, so they just like focused all their efforts into making 4.
Was it? I felt like
Should be so quick, just tapping A through.
Little did you know, like, there was a huge shift in how Rockstar made video games between like the PS2 and like the 360 era.
Yeah.
Like, kind of famously, like I mean, there's of course
Hungry.
Liam, not Robertson, but Liam something or other, and he worked at Rockstar. And
Yeah, he works at he runs the Dads and Sons podcast. That Liam.
Yeah, and every time GTA 5 got a delay, like that just meant extra hours for him. Like the days were longer. But I've also heard stories of like how like Mafia 2, which was being worked on by 2K Czech, they like half of their development team left working Mafia 2, like in the middle of Mafia 2 being worked on.
Jeez.
Because Rockstar was like, we need more people to work on GTA 5. And obviously all those people are going to be like, oh, on GTA 5. Which is why Mafia 2 is like a piece of shit. But but it, like that, like that's like
really
they went from being able to churn out games in like a year or two, like the Liberty City stories and Vice City, San Andreas. San Andreas and Vice City are only like a couple of years apart from. It's crazy. And those are like 2 completely different open world video games. But as soon as they started moving into the 360 stuff, like all of their games now actually take like half a decade to make. I mean, shit.
Do you think they're working on Grand Theft Auto 6, or do you think they just don't need to make it so it will never happen?
They probably will. Just like, well, it's probably the next game they're working on. I'd bet money on it.
Is this the pre-evolution?
I mean,
Clobberpuss.
I live in Scotland, so maybe I could like try and sneak into their offices or something.
I doubt like all thousands of millions of people that worked on Red Dead Redemption 2 are doing nothing right now.
Yeah, no, Leo, this is it, right? I'm guessing Clobberpuss.
Yeah, Clobberpuss, that's it.
Okay, he's quite cute. So that fight so it's a fighting water type then. For some reason he wasn't in the water, so go fig. Yeah, you'll get a plush of Clobberpuss eventually. Don't worry. Every Pokemon will get one. And yeah, I mean, they were talking about Rockstar, so I didn't get to answer not answer the question, but sort of respond to the chat. It was saying, I think there should be an option for having the experience, but the default should be everyone gets the experience. Like, I'm fine if people want an option where they have to grind up their own Pokemon and make the game even harder and grindier for themselves. That's their choice. But I
feel like people need to realize that not everyone is like a Nuzlocke challenge enthusiast.
Yeah, like I get why people. So here's the thing, right? I get why people want that because that's what's been done before. It feels like you can take up, you spend more time with your Pokemon. But I also think there's part of it is that X and Y and Sun and Moon were so easy because of that EXP share thing, and so people just want the game to be more challenging, yet don't realize that the Game Freak have made this game more challenging by making this the default and then balancing everything around it being the default. So I think next game, make it an option where you can not use the EXP if you don't want, but balance the game around assuming everyone uses it, and then watch how many people will be like, oh, actually, you know what? I think I'm just going to use the EXP share.
I do wish we'd like get like difficulty settings. I mean, they don't have to do like Nuzlocke or randomizers like what the fans do, but like an easy, medium, hard would be nice.
Yeah, that's the thing that people have requested for a while now.
Yeah. Like I think if they did that, most people would show up. Nuzlockers can just do what they usually do.
I mean, Nuzlocke self-imposed rules on Nuzlocks.
Yeah. I mean, I think it would be nice if they offered it, but I don't expect them to because it's a kids game.
Next Pokemon. So what is?
When I say it's a kids game, that's not me saying only kids are allowed to play it. I'm saying like the target audience.
Yeah, no, I know. Yeah.
People get angry when I say things like that. But it's like that's what the target audience is.
It is, no, yeah.
I mean, adults can enjoy it, but that doesn't change the fact that adults are not the target audience.
Yeah, well, that's why they design the games that way. But like, I'm always an advocate for having more options in games.
Yeah.
Like the more Dragon Quest XI has really cool options. I really like how difficulty is handled in that with the Draconian quests. I'm assuming.
I haven't done a Draconian quest. I might do it one day.
I thought it was such a cool. Yeah, that's what I wanted to do, so I didn't do it. But I just really like the idea of it. Like you can set it in the options. For people who don't know, there's typical difficulty stuff, so you can set it in the options so that enemies are just tougher and take more damage to take down. You can set it so that enemies who are really low level give less experience, and sometimes no experience at all if your level's too high. But then you also get stuff like shops don't sell items anymore, so you can only make do with the stuff you can make and find. That villagers can sometimes tell outright lies to you, so just to confuse you. There's this weird one that I'm really curious, which your party members will sometimes become really embarrassed by something and won't be able to fight for a while. And I'm really curious what causes that.
I think that the enemies might just get like a special attack that causes them to do a status. Because there's some of the enemies can like make your characters cry and dance.
Oh yeah. But like the shy one says it. No, the shy one says it's random. Like party members will sometimes randomly feel shy, or like, and then there's a super shy one where it's more likely to happen. And it even teases why are they like this, and I'm like, why are they like this, Square? What are you doing? But I like having options like this to sort of style the game how you want it based on your own experience. I think it's super cool. Now, will you get caught already? Oh god, is my luck just terrible, or are Pokemon actually harder to catch at the moment? The only one I've seen who's successfully caught is Mantine. Everyone else gets killed by the hail.
I'm wondering if you've seen it yet. I'm not going to say what it is, just in case you haven't seen it. I'm actually not sure if it's in this particular ice area or if it's in another ice area.
Oh, really?
I hope it's around this area because I want you to see it.
You can't heal at campsites, can you? I feel like I've tried this before.
I think you can heal if you make them curry.
Okay, let's try.
But with the ice, maybe.
Let's try. I'm gonna get my core Pokemon out again. Because I put them away because they fainted. Where was he? There he is. I mean, yeah, it could.
Actually, there's another Pokemon around this area that I'm not even sure is in your version of the game.
Oh, okay.
That has got a really memorable design.
I mean, in terms of the ball I'm using, I feel like an Ultra Ball. I know it's the standard, but it should be good enough. When are you not hungry?
Sorry, I just got shouted on. I had a question asked.
It's fine. It's like it wants a
But
lot
yeah,
of...
there's a exclusive Pokemon at Shield that has a really memorable design.
Oh, okay.
Would you be alright with me posting it to you?
Yeah, go for it. If I'm not going to be able to see it, then...
Right, okay.
Let's... Where are you posting it? Which channel are you posting it in?
Checking. Okay, it's definitely not in your game, alright. So I'm gonna send it to you in the DM.
Okay. What have I got here?
Like, you might not think it's real, but trust me, it's a real thing. But, like, you're not gonna think it's real, but trust me, it is.
Okay. Let's put this in. Oh, whoops. I gotta do the curry cooking thing, and I gotta not make sure I don't burn it, because that's what I kept doing last time. Yeah, Nuzzle and Thunderwave would be good, but I don't have one. Morpeko can paralyze them sometimes with Spark, so you know, it's cold. Let's fan faster to get the flames going. Getting the right, give it a good
Right.
stir.
I promise you, this is a real Pokemon.
Okay, hold on. Let me post it in the chat so the chat can see it as well. The link.
Alright, okay.
Joy-Con integration. I think I got that right. Done. Oh, that looks derpy. Is that a Shield exclusive?
Yeah, that's a Shield exclusive.
Oh man, I feel like that's one I'd want. I love penguins.
He has a different form.
Ah,
See, that's his ice face.
oh, okay.
So he has a noise face, which is no ice.
Noise phase.
Yes.
So what's the
Let's try again. Here it is.
Did they all get healed then? Yes, they did. Awesome. I guess that's his real edit. That looks really strange. 'Cause it just looks like a regular penguin with a big ice block, and then a tiny, weird-looking head.
It's got like these two blue triangles on the side of its torso.
Yeah, but that's it. Otherwise, it looks like a regular penguin. Feels a bit like a Gen 1 design. But
And it's also got like an antenna.
yeah, it's like its hair. What is the I suppose sword equivalent? If this is a shield.
The sword equivalent to it is. One second.
I'm gonna get breakfast, gamers. See you later.
Alright,
See you later.
see you later.
This game's equivalent is Stonejourner, so you've seen it.
Oh, okay. I think I'd have rather had the penguin.
Yeah.
That's a shame. Well, guess I'll just go ahead with what I got now. So who would be better with... I'm thinking now. What would be better? To keep Falco a flying steel type, or to replace him with Daruk, who's fire and rock? Because I don't have either in my thing at the moment.
I'm trying to think, but it's just that I'm trying to think of like later on in the game.
Yeah, I'm not gonna look at even attempt the curry decks. I don't know how tedious it is. I haven't looked into it. I feel like maybe it's just a matter of finding the ingredients or buying the ingredients and then just trying out different combinations. But that is something I cannot be bothered with.
And do you have an other fire type you plan on using?
No, I can't think of any. I don't know any other fire types. I haven't seen one yet that I'd want to use. Like the only one I can think of is the centipede.
There's Colossal.
Yeah, Colossal is that's the one I've got, isn't it?
You said you had a Darmuko.
No. Sorry, his nickname was Daruk.
Oh, right, okay. Is Daruk the Colossal?
Yeah, it's Colossal, yeah.
Just keep it.
Yeah, but like, should I use that or should I use Corviknight?
Go with Colossal.
I think I should go with Colossal.
I think Fires does more than Flying and Steel.
Alright. Then.
Or you could like just have that slot be like swapped out interchangeably.
Yeah.
So you could just call on whoever you want for whatever situation.
Yeah, I could do that. I don't think Colossal's going to be very helpful when everyone's water type at the moment, so...
Yeah, so just keep them like... That I was just thinking for later on in the game.
Yeah. Mantikes. I like there are Mantikes just jumping about. They're not... I don't know. Did I catch a Whalmer? I can't remember now. I feel like shiny hatching is really tedious to me, but that's just my opinion. I don't understand how people do it. It's just like walking around non-stop having as many eggs as possible. People go through like thousands of eggs in Pokemon just to get one shiny.
People also do that for EV and IV training. I think it's for a mixture of bragging rights and competitive stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I get
competitive stuff that I turned before.
For EV and IV training, I get because of the competitive aspect to it, as much as I wouldn't do it. But like, I don't get the shiny, shiny dexing at all.
Yes, people just want like the bragging rights. There's like an 8,192 chance.
Yeah, it's crazy rare.
Yeah.
Like if I just called it. If I just called it like naturally, that's cool. But like, I wouldn't even use it. I don't think if it wasn't part of my team. Green apple. Why is Applin being born from an? Why is there an apple being born from an egg? Its description literally says that it's just a Pokemon that's hidden itself inside an apple. So therefore.
Maybe the egg gives it an apple.
Like, therefore, yeah.
Like,
but like,
the egg just has an apple inside it.
But like, you just think if you want the shiny one, take it out of the regular apple and put it inside a green apple. There, done. Nice, Mantike. Oh, whoops, I didn't even read the... It's going too fast. This guy just has his deck half full of shinies. Jesus, the crazy person. That Mantike just went right through the right through the floor. And out the floor. Turning your bike into the way you surf is quite clever.
I'm glad they brought the bike back. I just wish they didn't force you into wearing that costume.
Yeah, wearing the costume's lame. Especially in a game where you can customize the way you look. But like, oh wait, I keep killing Whalmers when I keep meaning to catch them. But, yeah. Yeah, Appleton is the one I wanted after looking at both of them. But, Flapple is the one that Sword gives. It's like, I'm trying to think which version has the better Pokemon, because Shield has that Penguin one, Shield has Appleton, and Shield also has Melanie, who are probably the objectively better sides of things. But then we also get Surfetched, and I guess, I don't know, depends what you think about B compared to the little kid whose name I don't remember. I suppose that one's subjective. I suppose it's all subjective. I don't know why I'm acting like it's not.
Yeah. Did you get a good sleep last night? That was a mighty yawn.
I did not get a good sleep
Oh,
last
damn.
night. I was by my own silliness. I didn't get to bed till like 2 a.m. So
Yeah.
I goofed. Well, I blame Dragon Quest and
Fair enough.
sorting out other stuff meant I couldn't sit down and relax until like 11 in the evening. And then that's 1 hour is not enough time to play enough Dragon Quest. Oh, it feels bad.
I should probably get my T-phones just in a few minutes. So I'll have to like come off stream for like a few seconds and then come back.
Yeah, sure, go for it. I'm just
Alright.
gonna be going around here. I should probably move on to the next area. In fact, I was hoping to be.
I was wondering why you hadn't done that. Have you been trying to get a focus on catching a Wilmer?
No, I think I just got distracted by sort of exploring and trying to catch new Pokemon. I kept seeing around that I forgot that I actually should be progressing the story.
Yeah.
Sorry, Wilma. I'll come back and fight you some other time. What's this way?
So next up is oh wait, I can't say.
Well, I mean, I assume it's the Dark Gym, which because there's only
Yes,
2
it
left,
is.
Dark and Dragon. I'm pretty sure Dragon is 8, so
Yeah, it's the dark one.
yeah,
I'm not gonna say any more though.
that's fair. Let's go, Dazzling Gleam.
All will be revealed.
I want to catch this grappling Pokemon. He's like level 50. I'm getting kicked out of him by the hail. Oh no. Too early. 80, 40. Yeah, I think Clara's the better version. Yeah, Clara's the better one you get for the DLC. I don't like the way the other guy looks. Oh no.
The other guy has like Pokeballs orbit in his top hat. That's dumb.
Yeah. Oh great. Grapple got killed by the hail. This hail's really, really annoying.
I also kind of wish the Isle of Armor was based off of Ireland instead of the Isle of Man.
Yeah, I know. We had this conversation last time.
Yeah, Ireland. I'm gutted.
Alas.
I mean, I'm glad Scotland's getting there, but like Ireland's probably being saved for a future game, and Wales has gotten literally nothing, and you can't exactly save it for another game.
Maybe put Ireland and Wales together for some reason.
I think what would happen is they would do Ireland, and then Galar would be the post game of that, hopefully.
I mean, that would be pretty cool. Do Ireland and Iceland together.
No, Iceland would be with Scandinavia.
No, it wouldn't.
If we could get like, if they do like Denmark, Norway, and Sweden all together.
But Iceland's on the
That's
other
what
Iceland's on the other side of like Scotland from them. Iceland's like in the northwest, yeah. It's like north of Ireland. Oh my god, there's so many Whalmers.
Still, it's got more to do with like Scandinavia.
True,
So you
but
basically just, like,
it's
go
so
on
close to
diagonal
Ireland, so
from Norway.
yeah. Calyrex
Oh,
looks
whoa.
really derpy. I'm not a fan of Calyrex.
Yeah, Calyrex is a dumb design.
Yeah.
I mean that's the legendary they decided to assign that country. Like, how do you think that?
How dare they?
Like if I thought they would have done like a Loch Ness monster legendary, but no, apparently we need to get like a galaxy brain.
Oh, Hatterene's evolving. Nice. Which means all
Like,
my
it looks like an unfinished design too. It just looks like they slapped that onto like a Mew, and then they removed the Mew's tail, and then that's their new Pokemon.
Woo! I got the popular one. Instead,
But yeah,
emits psychic
the
power
most,
strong enough
like-
to cause headaches as a deterrent to the approach of others. The silent Pokemon.
But yeah, with Iceland, I think it would be with like Scandinavia because of like the history and stuff. The only instance I've seen Scotland being connected to
Popular.
Iceland is in a game that I play called Europa Universalis 4, where one of the missions is Scotland is to conquer the Faroe Islands and Iceland, and in order to do that, you have to go and get the Shetlands and Orkney off of Norway.
Okay.
It's called the Cod Wars. That's the one the mission's called.
Okay, I'm just straight into another battle. There were two Pokemon on top of
shit.
each other that just... Yeah, I feel like it would look better if it was like... Look like an actual deer, like it was a quadruped, not a biped.
Yeah, it was. Like, it looks like that was the start, and then like we got rushed for time or something, so we just decided to do it. A dinky.
Yeah. Also, I think that's funny. Spill paints. It's like a little tiny midget just held up by its hair. Are we gonna fight here?
Maybe they're gonna tie it into Xerneas and Yveltal.
Maybe.
Maybe because like Xerneas is a deer and that's a deer.
This is the O Pokemon. I'm curious what the lore behind it is gonna be.
Well, they've said that Calyrex used to rule. Well, it's basically implied to be the ruler of Scotland and part of the Galar region, so I'm assuming it's the north.
Yeah, but I mean like on the grand scheme of things. So like how Arceus is the god of all Pokemon and stuff like that. And that's what they've been doing with all the legendaries prior to this. Like they all, except for, well, I guess in Sun and Moon they're slightly different. I can't remember what the two, Lunala and whatever the other one was called, the lion. Like, what's their sort of special thing? Why are these legendaries again? Yeah, Calyrex is the king of the north. He's gonna fight all of the white Pokemon. King of the south. Because, yeah, it's in the south this time for some reason. Alright, let's actually try and catch it again this time. Jesus, it doesn't want to fight. And then it just gets defeated by snow. Ugh.
Yeah, I agree with that. I prefer they're doing DLC rather than a new game. Like, I think most people are, but there are still people who are like trying to say, it's still a ripoff.
Yeah, I mean, Shadowling had a good point in that, like, usually... went to a dead end. Usually the third versions of games fix any like bugs and stuff, and the DLC won't necessarily do that, but I suppose my argument might be they can fix it in patches, so you don't need a third version for that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but I've seen people try to call them EA, and I'm like, bro, if this was EA, there'd be like 20, 50 pound expansion packs, like what they do with The Sims.
Yeah, people only want to say it's like EA because they they feel like this DLC was cut from the main game in order to sell it back, but there's like literally no proof of that at all. Nothing about it's been effective. Pokemon didn't announce the DLC, so
I think there's a chance they might have planned it, but I do not think development started on it.
Oh no! I think development started on it after this game was done. They probably planned it before this game came out. I mean, they almost definitely did. But like, I don't think they were like, all right, so here's our whole plan, and what we're gonna do now is remove this chunk and sell it later.
Yeah.
That's just stuff people's making up to
The
just.
kill design, even though if it is like super random.
Yeah.
Like, I guess what they were doing was like they're just trying to think of countries that are associated with Britain and just decided to give like one Pokemon for each. So they've got like Phalanx tied to the Romans, they've got Berserker tied to the Vikings, they've got a bunch of the Unova Pokemon back because that was America.
Mm-hmm.
They
They got the elephant one to India.
Yeah,
Kubfu to Hong Kong.
For India, and they've got Kubfu for China.
Yeah. What other places did we take over? Where's the African Pokemon? What's that?
Which bit? South Africa
Wow.
or Egypt? Those are two.
Not Egypt.
that are
Like actual Africa, not Egypt. I don't know. I don't think there's any proof that Game Freak planned that DLC to be in the base game. Like I mean, there are definitely some weird things like this, like the fact that the starters don't have Gigantamax forms until the DLC. I'll admit that that's an odd choice, but like, I don't feel like they had ever planned to have these two extra areas in the base game. And I don't think they were holding back Pokemon just to sell it back as DLC, which is what I think the real reason people are complaining about, because they think they are. I mean, I get that it's annual release, but Game Freak definitely have to plan knowing that it's going to be an annual release. Like, so they're not stupid. They definitely plan around the fact that it's going to be an annual release. Maybe they underestimated HD development and had to sort of deal with it, but that would explain the sort of lack of polish, as opposed to actual issues, right? Where where on earth am I going? I'm so lost.
Fly back to a city.
Hold on, there's a thing. So I came here, and then I went this way, and I went down here, and that was a TM. Can I go off this wall? Oh, I didn't go down here. Right, there we go. Whoops. Oh, it's a little ice thing. A Bergmite. I think I've got its evolution already. But I guess I'll catch it. Crunch. Yeah, I mean, I feel like there's always an element of people wanting to do as much as they can with the games that they've got, but sometimes you just can't do it. Sometimes you just can't do it, and in that case, maybe you need to make it DLC if you want to get everything you wanted in the game. But that people shouldn't be like punished for that. Like people have deadlines to think. A lot of time, people just overthink everything. Oh, what's going on here? Why does the city look like it's desolate? Kind of just Spikemuth, so I've been hanging around this whole time. Okay.
So you're there, I take it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're there. I've just seen it come off on screen.
It's Marnie. Oh, it's the octopus thing again. I kind of like Clobopus, I'm not gonna lie.
From Glasgow, but I ended up being wrong about that.
Oh, okay. Do you know what it is based on?
I think it's actually based on a Welsh city.
Oh, okay. This is Wales. This is why Wales is barely in the game, because they've just sealed it away and no one can get in.
I'm just gonna double check. It's either a Welsh city or it's not based on any city in particular, and they just wanted to do like a punk rock city.
Okay. I mean, punk rock is somewhat big in the UK, so I mean, it started in the UK, so
yeah,
it's our music. I was born here, so I know another way in. Let me think about it, because I've got... She wants me to beat her in a Pokemon battle, but my... 3 guard specs though. Like my team isn't exactly up to snuff right now. Oh well, I guess there's no dealing with it. I'll have to swap people out. Her default Pokemon is Morpeko, so I won't use Corviknight. Let's get everyone up, and then...
The basis is...
Oh no, whoops.
The basis is a city called Llandudno.
Llandudno. Is it in Wales?
Yes, it's in Wales.
Yeah, it sounds like a Welsh place. Okay.
It's pronounced wrong. I'm sorry to all the I'm sorry to any Welsh people.
Oh yeah, people are definitely being hyperbolic about how boring Byleth is, 100%. And you can't really judge Byleth's gameplay without really playing it. Like, a lot of the characters on the Smash roster look very, very plain. Banjo-Kazooie looked really, really plain, and they play very plainly as well, so... Oh, everyone's coming in to cheer Marnie on.
I think people are just sick of, Fire Emblem getting preferential treatment.
I think it's just luck of the draw, to be honest. I don't think they sit there and be like, well, all these games are coming out, but we should do the Fire Emblem one because it's the better series. Like, I think it's just timed very well for what they want to do. Plus, having having a rotating cast means that the characters always feel fresh and unique, even if they sometimes look very similar. Oh, Dark type's not a very good choice for Psychic, but I've also Fairy, so let's do this. Yeah, agreed. If Byleth's moveset had been put on Soren, no one would be complaining. Except for maybe the people who feel like Byleth's moveset doesn't fit Sora at all. But it's a different matter. If Byleth's moveset had been put on Monster Hunter, no one would be complaining. And it does fit Monster Hunter quite well. Yeah, they're not just a sword user, so... Oh no. Asserine. What's good against poison types?
Right, I'm gonna go and head home and get a pizza fund, and then I will rejoin the stream, okay? So
yeah, well, I might stop after I beat Marnie. Because I got stuff I need to do, and it's been 2 hours, so it seems like this seems like a good way to end the stream to me.
Right, I'll rejoin if you're on. If not, I'll join you next stream.
Alright, cool. You too, man. See you later. Alright, come on, guys. We're gonna do this. Let's take out... Oh, no. Not if we're punching ourselves in the face, we won't. But come on, I believe in Flapple. Oh, yeah, right. Grass is weak to poison. I'm a stupid person. Oh, what's good against poison? It's like steel. Actually, maybe steel's good against poison. That's a good shot. That's a good thought. Swagger. Ah. Yeah, poison must not work against him, but he's confusing me, and it keeps working. I've had the worst luck today. Catching Pokemon, suffering from status effects, and not being able to, hitting myself constantly in confusion. It's been awful. No, it instantly killed. There we go. Good point. He is a fighting type. Dude, let's learn Stealth Rock. What else? What did I have on him before? Bum, bum, ba-da-da. Nah. Yeah, they really do. RNGesus is not my friend. Ah, more Peko time. Let's go! Oh god, they lowered it and I'm still suffering. As much as I don't like to crush small hamsters, you're going down, bud. Why is this a special move? That was just a spark. It was a regular spark. This feels really underwhelming. Please don't parallel. Ah! Ugh. Yeah, Marnie's theme. I think all three rivals have really good themes. They all like have a different sort of feel to them entirely. Hops really reminds me of like Mario and Luigi. I think Marnie's is possibly the most Pokemon out of them, but it reminds me of the champion theme from Black 2 and White 2, which is like one of the best champion themes in my opinion. Oh, nice. Yeah, baby. Let's go. Oh. Come on. Flame shot. Yeah, take that. And increases my speed. Let's go. Yeah, why not both? And I think they've done well. I wasn't a big fan of How, but I quite like Hop on this. I feel more attached might not be the right word, but I feel more sympathy for Hop and his like goal. Like I kind of want him to win, and I kind of want myself to lose so that he does win. Like I feel for him. And then Beday's just fun. Is the fun rival type. Nah, not Sword Dance. Do 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 do. Hey! 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 You know what, let's end this with the starter. Let's go Gex the Gecko. Ow. Yeah. Marnie kind of surprised me, I guess, from her like design and the fact that the enemy team is on her side. I kind of just expected her to also be a bit of a jerk, and she's really not. She's actually like a fairly positive rival. The type that wants to see both of you grow. But also doesn't want to lose to you, but for like different reasons than Hop. Yeah. Aww. Hop. Don't you forget it. This like secret way into town is literally just like an open, like everyone's standing outside the gates like idiots when there's this big open. It's like the buildings aren't sealing everything off. There's this very clear open hole. So Spike Math kind of like a dungeon. Town is a pumpkin vibe streets. Not everyone's team. Oh, whoops. Did he have a giant, like, thing on it. Yeah, he does. It's like a giant baby pin. Let's heal everyone. Get the squad out. He's a dark type, so you're probably half useless, half good, because you've got fairy moves. But you're pure psychic, so I think you're pure. Oh no, you're pure psychic and fairy now. Maybe you'd be useful. Well, I guess that's something to think about for another time. So I think this is a good place to call it. It's been the 2 hours. We've made it to the 7th gym. So thank you all for joining me in this Pokemon adventure. We'll be back probably next week because I've got a few things that I need to do tomorrow. And we'll be doing the 7th gym and potentially the 8th gym because obviously that's pretty easy to get back to. So yeah, thank you all. Yeah, it's been nice progress. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Remember, you can always support us by liking, sharing, bell icon, Patreon, obviously the best place to support us, and you can also be more involved with what we make. Join streams like Leo does. Like, you can do all of that when you're a Patreon. So, yep, have a great day, guys, and always remember to return to the source. See you later. Do do do. Ba 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 ba.